And I just realized how dirty my desk is. Needed eraser kind of got stuck to the desk and I tried to get rid of it, and yeah, now it's just looking like this. So just ignore this a little bit. Hopefully I can actually try to talk at a decent level, because in my previous recordings I think I was sort of getting frustrated because I couldn't say, like, for some reason I was struggling to get my words out, and also I didn't want you guys to hear any background noises. So throughout the video I was yelling or talking really loudly, and it was a pain to edit because it sounded like I was screaming into the mic, and I don't like it when my videos sound like I'm screaming into the mic. Also, I want to say before I get started with this video, the reason why I didn't upload a video on Monday is because I accidentally deleted the footage for that video. So I didn't have enough time to record on Monday because, well, I couldn't record on Monday, but I didn't have enough time to record that video because on Sunday I was also trying to record a video for my other channel. And also, I'm only going to post on Fridays from now on because school is going to be starting soon. I also want to work on my art so I can make it look better. And lastly, I want to try to improve the quality of these videos and also the videos on my other channel. So I think that's all I have to say, and let's just get into, I should do this way. Let's just get into the video. If you've watched any of my videos that I made during July, you would know that I was participating in the World Watercolor Challenge, where pretty much all you do is just draw one painting each day. Since I was doing that challenge, I didn't have enough time to finish my sketchbook, which I feel like I always say this excuse. I guess I just can't finish my sketchbook within a month. I just decided that whenever I do an art challenge, I just won't fill out a sketchbook during that time. Instead of having a sketchbook tour up the month after the challenge, I will just show you guys all the paintings that I did for the challenge. So I think I'm done rambling, and I'm just going to show you all of my drawings that I did during World Watercolor Month. And I'm not really sure where I'm going to put all these drawings because as of right now, I'm just leaving them in this black folder. But for every challenge I do, I don't want to have to like use a whole new folder. So I just might, once it gets around Inktober time, I might just put these drawings in my binder, and I'll call it a day. So here is day 1 of World Watercolor Month, and I think this drawing was a video. Someone in the comments, I'll probably show their name on screen, but someone in the comments asked me if they could redraw my character and turn it into a video, and I told them yes, they can do it as long as they credit me, because I don't really mind if you guys redraw my art, just as long as you credit me and as long as you don't say, oh, this was your own idea and you thought of it all by yourself. I don't really mind if you redraw my drawing. If you do make a video of it, then please tell me because I would like to see the video. Every drawing that I drew in a video, I will link it in the iCard and in the description down below so that way you can see the video if you would like to see it. Here is day 2, and on this day I just drew an angel, and she doesn't really have much of a backstory. She's just standing there, I guess, and these petals are falling down. Now, they don't really look like petals. They honestly look like medicine pills, and that wasn't my intention, but they just ended up looking like that. So here's day 3, and I don't really like how this day turned out because the coloring didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. I think this is when I started to have like a color block. I'm not really sure if that's a word. From this day on, every time I did a painting, I was struggling with the colors, and some paintings turned out better than others. After doing World Watercolor Month, I've realized that I probably need to work on color theory. So here's day 4, and this drawing, I really don't like this drawing as much, and I also don't really like how their ears are like half the size of their face. Anything I don't really like about this drawing besides the ears is the coloring, and this is because I couldn't really figure out what colors I wanted to use, and I was going to make the background sunset. I think I felt like I couldn't make a good sunset, so I just ended up, I think I lightly colored it gray, but it looks white, so I don't know what I was thinking with this drawing. So here's day 5. Kind of made the head a little too small. I just don't like the coloring, so I'm just going to move on. Here's day 6 of World Watercolor Month. On this day, I just decided to just draw some hands doing random things because I couldn't really think of anything else to draw. And I think my favorite out of the hands are, I really like how this hand turned out, but once I colored with colored pencil, it just ended up not really looking good. And then I don't really like this one because I feel like the positioning of the hands are just kind of weird. And I don't know what this is supposed to be. I think this is like some sort of magic ball, but it just looks weird. This one is my favorite because I just really like how the coloring turned out. And I really like how the tattoos turned out. I was inspired by Jacqueline, what's her name? Jacqueline De Leon. I don't know how to say her name. I'll probably show her name on screen right now. And I'll also link her channel down below. She draws a lot of girls who have tattoos, and she's really good at drawing tattoos. Here's day 7. On this day, I decided to draw a nature guy. I don't know what sort of creature he is, but pretty much he has like water hair. Don't exactly like the coloring in this piece, but I really like how the hair turned out. So yeah, I think I did a good job with that. So here's day, oh my goodness, I'm forgetting. Here's day 8 of World Watercolor Month, and for this day, I just really didn't know what to draw, so I just drew some awkwardly looking hands holding a plant. I was just like, you know what, I just need to draw something, so I just drew this. So here's day, oh my goodness, I just keep forgetting. Here's day 9. And on this day, I finally got my Hoo brush markers. The day I got these markers, I really didn't like them. And I think how this piece turned out, I don't think it turned out too bad. I really didn't like the markers like the first couple days I had them. But once I started to use the markers more, and once I started to use them in my sketchbook, and also when I started to like, instead of using them in their brush forms, I like scribbled them on a palette, used them like watercolor paints. I actually started to like the markers even more. So here's day 10, and I don't really like how this drawing turned out because I didn't mean to make her face look so weird. I wanted it to look like perfectly round, but I sort of messed up when I was doing the line art, and it just ended up, instead of going like this, it went like this. And on both sides, I didn't like how this drawing turned out. So here's day, goodness, am I gonna forget for every single day? This is day 11, and for this day, I didn't really have much idea, so I just decided to draw 4 different emotions, and I decided to color them in different colors. I was gonna color them in colors that people associated with them, but with surprise, I decided to take inspiration from Inside Out. Fear and surprise are 2 different things. So, you know what? I don't know what I was thinking with this one. I just used the color, okay? I don't know. Here's day 12. For this drawing, I actually just used the brush markers just as is. I actually like the sketch that I did in my sketchbook more. This is the one. Here's the sketch. Here's day 13, and this was the first day that I actually did a draw this in your style challenge during this month, because I think during this challenge I did about 6 draw this in your style challenges, because on those days I couldn't really think of what to draw. So I was like, you know what, let's just redraw someone else's drawings. If you can't figure out what to draw, do a draw this in your style challenge, do some fan art, or do a redraw of some of your old art. For those drawings, you don't really have to think as much. At least when you're redrawing something, you don't have to think of something extremely new. It's like easier because you have like a base. I forgot who the artist was for this one, but for all the draw this in your style challenges, I will link all the artists down below, and I'll also show their handle on screen as I show them, and I will probably also show their picture. I'm going to have a lot of things to link down below, link in the iCard, and put on screen. I hope I remember to put all this stuff on there. Here's day 14, and this is another draw this in your style challenge. The drawing that I tried to redraw, the girl in the drawing looks really cute, but mine just looks like a crazy bunny lady. That wasn't my intention, but it just turned out that way. And I also sort of regret putting this white gel pen because it just looks weird. Day 15. For this day, I decided to just draw my character that I made based off of a tulip. This actually isn't the first time I drew this character. I actually drew this character in a video updating you guys on my World Watercolor Challenge. I'll probably link that video in the iCard and down below. Here's day 16. Since I really enjoyed drawing the bunnies on this day, I decided to draw 3 different scenes with this one bunny. And also in this drawing, I have some more pills falling on the ground. They're supposed to be petals, but they don't really look that way. Here's day 17. This is another Draw This in Your Style challenge, and I don't really like how this one turned out. I don't know how they drew that hair because his hair is just way too complicated. Let's just move on. Here's days 18 through 20. I think I drew all 3 of these drawings in a video where I was trying to figure out how to mix skin tones with my Royal Lambernickel watercolors. And when I made that video, I didn't realize that those watercolors were just as chalky as praying watercolors. And when I say they're chalky, I don't mean like when I rub my finger on them, like paint gets on your finger. What I'm saying is if you make super dark colors, then what happens is it leaves a chalky texture on the paper. And the Royal Lambernickel sort of leaves a different chalky texture than the praying watercolors, but they're both chalky, and I just need to get some higher grade watercolors, but I'm probably not going to get those until like I finish using my praying watercolors and my Royal Lambernickel watercolors. So yeah, I'll just have to deal with the chalky and move on with my life. The last drawing that I did for this challenge, that drawing turned out very chalky, and I'll show you guys once I get to it. Day 21 of World Watercolor Month, and as you can see all of the chalkiness in this girl's hair and skin and sort of the tail. Maybe, I think this is partly chalkiness and then also partly the weird texture of the Canson watercolor paper, because sometimes, I don't know why, but sometimes the texture with this watercolor paper can just be really weird, and it might be a combination of the watercolors and the paper combined. This is around the time I found out that, I think her name is Halle Bailey, I found out that she was going to be playing the Little Mermaid in the new live action remake of the Little Mermaid, and I decided to draw some fan art of her. And I don't know why I didn't color her hair red. Day 22, I just was doing a redrawing of a drawing that I drew in, I think in like 2014. I also drew this drawing in a video, so if you guys would like to see the video, I will link it in the iCard and down below. Day 23, I don't really like how it turned out. I really don't like how the background turned out. I don't know what I was thinking with the background. And we're just gonna move on because I don't really like how it turned out. Here's day 24. This is when I did the left hand and right hand challenge. I think you guys can all tell which one is the left hand one. Drawing with your left hand is a lot harder than I thought it was. So here's day 5. Okay, that's wrong. That's completely wrong. Here's day 25. These were the two drawings that I drew for that video that I accidentally deleted. And I was doing a challenge where I was trying to draw something in 1 hour. And I didn't end up keeping the footage because I accidentally deleted it. So here's day 26. This was the day when my brush pen that I got from Jerry's Artorama arrived. And I think I got 2 of these brush pens. I think I've only used this brush pen like 4 times. It's already frayed, and I knew it was gonna fray, but I didn't think it would fray that quickly. Day 27, and this is another Draw This in Your Style challenge, and I really don't have much to say. I'm not really fond of the coloring in this drawing. I do like the freckles I put on this girl. So here's day 28. This girl's top and bottom, they're really chalky. Couldn't really help that because my watercolors have a mind of their own. As soon as a flower blossoms, a new elf is born. So here's day 29, and on this day I used this brush pen, but I also used some of my fine liners because this is when the brush pen was already frayed, and I didn't really like how the line art on the hair turned out, so I just decided to just use my fine liners for the rest of the body because it would just look worse if I used the brush pen. Day 30, and this is another Draw This in Your Style challenge, and I think it turned out okay. I feel like it turned out decent. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. And here's the last day of World Watercolor Month, and this drawing is really chalky because there's a lot of dark colors in this drawing. I will show you a little close-up if it'll focus. Yeah, as you can see, it's a little chalky. Yeah, definitely during this challenge, I got a good use of these watercolors. And maybe it's just me, maybe I just don't use that much paint, but I did multiple paintings with these watercolors, and they lasted for a good while because here, let me show you, here's the palette that I used. There's still color left, and I'm surprised. Oh my goodness, now it looks like a mess. So that's it for this video. That's all my paintings I did during World Watercolor Month, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you guys liked the drawings. I'll see you guys in my next video.